Oh, so I'll give you a little picture. Right, so I've had some lessons with another instructor. I want you to treat the other pupil at a trained level.
Okay.
I've never met you before, but I have driven the same car, because he has got the same car as you, just different colour, doesn't make any difference. So I got my test coming in 2 weeks' time.
Right.
And he said today, we've just been running through the different subjects, and he said today he's going to look at my emerging.
Okay. Okay.
So my name's Tony. So, have you got any questions before we go into roll? Are you sure of the level I'm at in the subject?
Yeah.
What level is it?
It's emerging. You're at trained level.
Yeah.
And you've got your test in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's emerging.
Yeah.
Junctions to turn right or left.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Tony. Pleased to meet you. Mum's Sue. I understand Bob
Nice to
can't
meet you.
make it today.
No, I'm playing golf again, I think.
He's asked me to look at your driving. I understand you've got your test coming up soon.
Yeah, he's just been running through the subjects to make sure that everything's up to speed.
Okay, all right. And, so we're going to look at emerging today
Yeah.
then. All right. So on emerging at junction. So just if we're going to emerge and turn right at a junction, what mirrors are we going to check?
Middle and right.
Okay. And where are you going to position your car to emerge to turn right?
Oh, that as near to left centre as possible, isn't it?
Okay. And why is it important to be positioned there to turn? To be positioned left of centre?
Oh, so it's position as a good form of signal, isn't it?
Okay. All right. And when you come up to that junction and we're going to emerge, if we've got a car coming from the right, when can you decide when to make that turn?
Oh, I go if I don't make the car, as long as I don't make the car slow, stop or swerve.
Okay. And if we're at a junction and we're going to emerge and we're going to turn left, what mirrors are you going to check to turn left?
Middle left.
Okay. And where are you going to get that car positioned for turning left?
Oh, I steer a little bit before I get there.
Yeah.
To make sure that I'm at the curb or to make sure I don't go too wide.
Okay. All right. And if, for example, you...
My theory's really good.
Okay, all right. So, shall we get moving then?
Oh, right,
You sound as though your knowledge is there.
Yeah.
Let's go and put it into practice then, and let's see how we get on.
All right.
All right. Okay. So when you're ready, if you can set yourself up,
Right,
please.
give it a couple of trees. Yeah.
Okay. So just tell me what you're looking for in those mirrors, Tony.
To see what's happening behind.
Okay. So what can you see in this mirror?
Oh, right, sorry. I can't see very much because of that. It's just all the wall behind me.
Okay.
But I can square the whole back window, see a bit of my head restraint and a bit of yours.
Okay. And the right door mirror?
Again, I can't see very much, but I see the door handles. And it looks like the mirror's about the right height, where I normally have it.
Okay.
And the same in that one.
Okay. All right. So when you're ready then, we'll go.
End left.
At the end of the road, I'd like you to turn left, please.
And roundabout right.
The roundabout, I'd like you to turn right, please. So tell me, Tony, on these emerges, what you're looking for? How do you know that you're coming up to a junction?
How do I know I come to emerge?
I know to emerge, yeah.
Oh, I see cars going from the left to the right, or from the right to the left.
Okay. Is there anything else that you could pick up on?
Well, I sometimes see that I can't go any further, like now, but obviously it's a roundabout, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see houses in front of me, or a wall, or a field, or whatever. I sometimes get the odd road sign.
Yes.
And straight.
I'd like you to go and turn straight ahead for me, please.
And turning right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please.
And turning right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please.
And turning left.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the left, please. Tony, so driving down here now, so we're going to be looking for an emerge. So
Oh yeah.
just remind me again what we're looking for.
Oh, cars going past and houses facing me.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see a road sign. Now I see at the end of the road I can only go either right or left. That's an emergency. I'm going to turn right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. Bring that foot up off the clutch for me. So just there, Tony, as you came round that corner, you had the foot on the clutch, which prevented you from doing engine
Yeah,
braking.
turning right. I had
Like
the
you
clutch
take
up, didn't I?
Take the next turning on the right. So let's just get that position for turning right into the appropriate gear.
That's alright, wasn't it? Yes.
So we just need to get that turn on that on the junction there, Tony. So you need to
The turn.
yeah, you're turning too quickly, and consequently
And
we're
we're gonna
coming
turn
around. The next turning on the
Oh,
right.
I was going
please.
too quick, was I?
Right.
And we're going to take the next turning to the right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right.
End of the road, right.
I'd like you to take at the end of the road. I'd like you to turn right. So just let's take this corner a little bit slower and. Right now, feed that wheel through your hands for me. Straighten up now. Right, so as you come round the corner, you need to turn the wheel back to
get me
me.
to,
5
pull
minutes
over
to
on the
me. Like
give me
to-
the turn right then, pull over.
I'd like you to pull a turn, take the next turning on the right, please. I'd like you to just pull up on the left-hand side
Yeah,
for
just
me.
trying to find it.
Okay. So, for me, when you come down to that junction and you're turning right, you're putting the turn on, but you're not, as you're coming around the corner, you're not straightening the wheels up. So
Yeah, a bit.
consequently, you're going over onto the other side of the road.
A bit of trouble with that, I don't know what that is.
So let me talk you through it as you come around this
Yeah,
corner.
yeah, so you You haven't spotted the error.
Yeah.
You haven't actually spotted the cause of the error, so you're not going to be able to talk me through it.
No, I haven't.
And because you haven't spotted it twice, I stuck a second error in.
Right.
On approach to the last merge, I didn't check any mirrors either. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Where was my left hand as I was turning?
Not in the right place.
Well, where was it?
At the top of the wheel.
It was on the gear lever to change gear, wasn't it?
So you didn't. Right.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
When should I change gear?
Before you to make the turn.
Well, I was in the right gear for the turn.
Mhm.
But when should I go into second gear after the turn?
Why should you? Did you say?
Now, where should I?
Once you've got round the corner.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. I see what. Yeah. Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Right.
Right, so you've got two errors to deal with now, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
What's
Yeah.
the other error?
The other error is you're not checking your mirrors as you turn into the junction.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you need to spot the errors then, don't you?
Okay. But he'll do that, will he? Even though it's turning into the junction, because that isn't part of that.
No,
isn't part
on
of the
approach to
image.
the last emerge,
You didn't check your mirrors.
I didn't check the mirrors on approach to the right hand turn
okay.
to emerge.
Okay.
And I also stuck the original fault in, where I changed gear on the way out of the junction.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, Tony. So when we come to this next junction, I want you to check your mirrors. Why is it important that you check your mirrors?
Oh, distance and speed.
Yeah, so you're going to check the middle one for distance and speed, but why are you going to check the right hand mirror before you make your
Oh,
turn?
anybody overtaking me, innit?
That's right.
And we're going to turn right.
So we're going to turn right, so check those mirrors for
All
me.
right, yeah.
Check your mirrors,
All
Tony.
right, yeah.
Check your right
All right,
mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. And now what we're going to do is before we're going to come around this corner, I don't want you to change your gear until you've got actually round the corner.
All right.
I'll leave it in first gear till we get round. No. Okay, so hand back onto the steering wheel for me. Let's keep control of that car, steering it round.
Ready on the gear lever now, yeah?
Yeah, and then keep it there, keep your steering wheel, and then pop it into second now you've got the car round.
And turning right.
Text turning on the right, please. Tony, you actually got your hand on the gear stick there. We need to get round that corner first, then change gears. So
Oh,
let's
keep my two
concentrate-
hands on the wheel?
Keep both hands on the
right,
wheel,
yeah.
and then once we get round the corner, then change gear. So keep control of the car while we're coming round the corner.
Oh, it's
okay?
cricket though, isn't it? Doing it that way, isn't it?
Well, you haven't got control of the car, have you? No, that's why we're wobbling when we come around the corner.
Wobbling.
Wobbling.
Yeah, turning
Or
right.
you're actually going over into the path of the other traffic,
Oh.
so it's dangerous. So it isn't quicker in the long run, because if you have an accident, it's not going to have saved you any time, is it?
And we're going to turn right.
Now you take the next turning on the right, please.
And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. So just remember, when we come to this junction,
Yeah, I'm listening.
as we come to this junction, we're going to get round the corner first. We're not going to put our hands, put it into the appropriate gear, come round the corner,
Yeah, I'm listening.
and then once we round the corner, then change gear. We've changed gear here at the junction, so
Well, I was changing gear around the corner.
right. But I want you to be actually on the straight. So I want both hands on the steering wheel. Come round the corner. Once you've got round the corner, then put your hand back up, and then you can change gear.
All right, yeah. Keep my hands on the wheel until
Keep
the
the
wheel's
hands
straight.
on the wheel till the wheels
All
are
right,
straight.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't check the mirrors, did I?
Straight. Now you change
Now
gear, yeah?
change gear. That's right.
I don't know, I hear the engine screaming like that. I've got that now.
Okay. So you seem to have got that now, Tony, so I'll hand that back to you.
And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right. Check those mirrors, Tony, for turning right.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Right, stop there now. Okay, now. Were you actually going to stop there at that junction?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I was just concerned that you were going to go over the line.
Turning left.
Okay, I'd like you to take the next
I never
turning
did
on
that.
the left. Why is it important that you don't go over the giveaway line?
I could use that. I could make a car slow stop and swerve, couldn't
You
it?
couldn't you? Do you know where your reference point is for lining up at the giveaway line?
Well, I just know by experience now, don't I?
Okay, so just
We're
remind me
gonna
when
turn
you were
left.
learning with, can you take the next turning on the left, please?
Oh, I don't think I have a problem with stopping at the airline.
Okay. So if you're going to stop, what reference point did you
Did I
have?
make a mistake there or something?
No, you didn't. Okay. I thought you were going to go over the line.
Yeah, but if I'm doing something wrong, don't be frightened of telling me.
Okay. You're actually coming up to that
I won't
junction.
cry.
Up to that junction too fast on approach, weren't you? That's why I asked you to stop.
I was braking.
But you could have come up much slower, so gradually braking up to the junction, rather than putting all on as you got to the junction. So let's work
End
on
to the
that.
left.
So at the end of the road, I'd like you to turn left. So check those mirrors. Ease off the gas a little bit for me. Let's get into the appropriate gear. Right, now slow stop here now. Okay, okay, Tony, what would have happened if we'd set off at that junction in second gear?
I was going to go first gear.
Okay. But what would have happened if we tried to set
stall.
off in second gear? That's right.
Or I could stall there. Next left.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the left, please.
And turning right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please.
And next left.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the left, please. When we're doing those emerges at the end of the junction, Tony, not only have we to look for cars, have we, as we're coming out of the junction, but we've also got to look for pedestrians. So how would we do our turn on the left here if we've got a pedestrian crossing?
What, an emerge, you mean?
An emerge, yeah.
No, if the pedestrian's in the step out the pavement, I'd wait.
Yeah, okay.
And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. So let's just slow down now. Brake thickness of a pound coin. Okay.
And we're getting full over there.
I'd like you to just pull up on the left, please.
Oh, I gave you a lifeline there. What I've been doing wrong. Did you not notice it?
You clutch, Mr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember that from last week?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's coasting, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Okay.
I gave the engine a rev there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
And you're coming down too quickly, so. I
Well,
should-
but it is going to come down to
yeah,
it's
'cause
coming
you've got your
downhill,
foot
isn't
down
it?
on the clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going to come down too
Yeah.
quickly, yeah?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so now you've got to sort that problem now, yeah?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Tony. So just as we're coming down that hill there, did you notice how much the car was picking up speed? You actually had your foot down on the clutch pedal, didn't you?
Yeah, I noticed you were nearly going to use your ejector seat there.
So your foot was on the clutch pedal there. Can you remember why? Can you remember what that term is? What it's called?
Oh, coasting, innit?
Coasting.
Yeah.
And why mustn't you coast? if you've got your foot down on
yeah,
the
I remember now,
clutch,
yeah.
what is happening with the car?
I remember used to do it in the early days. I coasted up to the junction once and I didn't make it and I rolled back.
So as you're coming down a hill, if you've got a foot on the clutch, what's happening? Why is the car picking up speed even though you're braking?
Even though I'm braking. I had to brake a lot harder.
Yeah.
Bob did tell me something to do with it's an extra brake or something.
Yeah, so you're not getting engine braking. So when you've got
engine
the clutch
braking,
down,
that's it, yeah.
you're not getting engine braking. So consequently,
right.
the car's still picking up speed.
Yeah.
So it's really important as we come up to that junction, you haven't got your foot down on that clutch pedal.
All right.
Okay. So once you've changed gear, if you remember, change gear, foot comes up off the clutch, hand goes up to the steering wheel, clutch comes up. So remember, hand up, clutch up.
I wasn't changing gear in approach them emerges, was I?
Okay.
I was getting the first gear just our approach.
Yeah, but what you did was as you're coming up into first gear on approach, you kept your foot down on the clutch. So what you need to do, you've changed your gear, your hand comes up onto the steering wheel, and then the
Am I putting the clutch
comes
down
up.
too early or too late?
You're leaving the clutch on when you've changed gear.
On.
Yeah, so your foot's still held on the clutch.
Now can I try it and see if we can...
Yeah, okay. Let's put it into practice.
Well, can you help me with it?
Yeah, of course I can.
End right.
So at the end of the road we're going to turn right. So start to brake for me.
I am braking.
Okay.
Clutch it down nice and early.
Down, bring your clutch up.
All right.
So,
Got clutch down there, I don't know, that was stall, wasn't it?
sorry, say that again?
I've got to clutch down at that point or I'm going to stall, haven't I?
Yes.
So what we're
Because
doing
the
wrong?
car's, so the car's,
So what we're doing wrong with the clutch again?
so you're holding the foot on the clutch pedal. So when you've changed your gear, you need to bring your foot up off the clutch.
I had my foot away from the clutch on approach, but then I pop it down. Yeah, turn it right. I'll pop it down nice and early so I can get first gear when I get there. It makes it nice and smooth.
But you don't need to go into first gear until we get up to the junction. So once we've got up to the junction, then you're going to pop it into first gear.
Oh yeah, I just put the clutch down nice and early because it makes it nice and smooth, doesn't it? I don't have to rush everything at the last minute.
But you don't need to put the clutch down until we get to the junction. So you're going to change gear. So there's no reason for you to ride the clutch because you're not changing gear.
Ride the clutch.
So you've actually got your foot pressed down on the clutch pedal. You don't need to do that. When you get up to the junction, then you'll put the clutch down and put it into first gear.
How can you help me on the next one? I'm on a fairless test.